Hello everyone, we are from 7 Group and today we're gonna talk about the production of English vowels. And this is our member. First, Amelia Waqidatuzzarima. Second, Syahra Salsabila. Third, Yowana Andan Mayoreta. Fourth, Rifqi Vaian Fadhlullah. Fifth, Yasyfa Nida Saffanah. 1. The production of the English vowels based on phonetics, tongue and lips. Phonetics vowel. A front vowel is a class of vowel sounds used in some spoken language. Its defining characteristic being that his highest point of the tongue is positioned relatively in front in the mouth without creating a constriction that would make it a consonant. Front vowels are sometimes also called bright vowels because they are perceived as sounding brighter than the back vowels. Position of the lips. The vowels represented are from British English. The scale also shows how front vowels tend to be unrounded while back vowels are usually rounded. As far as the position of the lips, or the fourth resonator, vowels can be defined as being A. Neutral, B. Spread, C. Round. The following picture shows the different position of lips. Vowel articulation. First, vowel height. When you lower your tongue towards your lower jaw, you are making a more open vowel sounds. When you raise your tongue towards the roof of your mouth, you are making a more closed vowel sound. Second, vowel location. Position of the tongue and lips, and sometimes according to whether or not the air is released through the nose. Third, lip position. The lips may be rounded or not to change the sound of vowels.
Hello everyone, I'm Syahra Salsabila. And now let's move to the second topic. It is other scheme of English vowels classification. The first classification is based on vowels length. Vowels are generally long or short. In English, it is important to know which sounds are short and long. And here are some the examples of short and long vowels. Short vowels. A as in mat. A as in pet. I as in twin. A as in nut. A as in cup. And the long vowels. A as in maid. E as in peat. I as in twine. O as in note. U as in cube. And the next is monophthong. Monophthong is a vowel that has a single perceived auditory quality. Monophthong is where there is one vowel sound in a syllable. For example, in short vowel, E as in win, O as in put, A as in ten, as in about, A as in cat, A as in up, O as in put. Long vowels, E as in see, U as in do, as in word, A as in call, A as in card. After talking about monophthong, let's move to the diphthong. Diphthong is a sound formed by the combination of two vowels in a single syllable, in which the sound begins as one vowel and moves toward another. And here are some of the examples. A as in pay, I as in wife, O as in home, O as in now, oi as in join, ear as in near, e as in here, ue as in pure. After monophthong and diphthong, let's move to the triphthong. A triphthong is a glide from one vowel to another and to the third, all produced rapidly and without interruption. For example, a careful pronunciation of the word hour begins with a vowel quality similar to a, goes on to o, then ends in a. Another examples: ayo as in fire, ayo as in player, ayo as in loyal, hour as in power, hour as in lower. And the next is the classification of vowels based on the articulator. Nasal vowels are produced with a lower soft billet, allowing or flow through both oral and nasal cavities simultaneously. The resonance of nasal cavity are added to those of the rest of the vocal tract, and the vowel has characteristic nasal quality. Nasalizations of vowels typically occurs when the vowel immediately precedes or follows a nasal consonant an, ung. In example, man, now, and wing. And the tables show the vowel allophones with the phonetic feature nasalization. And the last of this topic is oral vowels. Oral vowels are produced with soft billet in raised position so that there is no airflow through the nasal cavity. In example, e as in sheep, I as in ship, u as in good, u as in shoot, a as in pet, as in teacher, as in bird, o as in door, a as in cat, a as in up, a as in far, o as in on.
And then the third topic is articulatory description of vowels. From an articulatory phonetic point of view, vowels are classified according to the position of the tongue and lips, and sometimes according to whether or not air is released through the nose. And then, vowel can be produced by raising of tongue height, keeping in the middle, or low in the mouth. And high vowel is pronounced with the tongue arched toward the roof of the mouth, such as A in machine and U in rule. And middle vowel have a tongue position between the extremes of high and low, such as A in pet and O in pole. And low vowel is produced with the tongue relatively flat and low in the mouth, and with the mouth open a little wider than for high vowels, such as A in father or head. And then, next slide is additional articulatory features describing vowels. Articulation are wide and narrow, and tense, fortis, and lex linus. Wide, to form a wide vowel, the tongue root is advanced so that the pharynx is expanded. And narrow, to form a narrow vowel, the tongue root is retracted toward the pharyngeal wall and the pharynx is narrowed. And then tense or fortis and lex linus. Tense vowels are articulated with greater muscular effort and slightly higher tongue position and longer duration than lex vowels. And lex or linus, the vocal lex is the opposite of a tense vocal, articulated with air force, a lower tongue position, and less duration.
Hello everyone, my name is Yowana and Mayoreta, student number 12191123307. So it's my turn to explain you guys about the fourth subtopic that we discuss now, and the topic is cardinal vowels. Check it out. The vowel quality can be related to one of a set of language-independent reference vowel qualities known as the cardinal vowels. There are in fact two subsets of cardinal vowels. The first one is the primary set, I, 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 E, 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 a, 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 o, 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 u, u, u. Numbered 1 until 8, 1 until 5 being unrounded, and 6 until 8 rounded. And the second one is the secondary set, I, 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 E, 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 A, 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 O, 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 numbered 9 until 16. The secondary cardinal vowels are related to the primary ones by reversing the lip posture. For instance, vowel 1 in the primary set is close, front, and unrounded. So, the vowel 9 in the secondary set is close, front, rounded. The second example is the vowel 8 in the primary set is close, back, and rounded. So, the vowel 16 in the secondary set is close, back, and rounded. Vowel 1 and 5 can be given an articulatory specifications. Number 1 is produced with the frontest, closest position of the tongue that does not produce audible friction. And number 5 is produced with the backest, often possible tongue position, and again without audible friction. The figure is the vowel quadrilateral. The blue color is unrounded lip position, and the red one is rounded lip position. For the green color is indicate the vowel height. There are high, mid or half closed, low mid or half open, low, close, close mid, mid, open mid, and then open. And the purple one is the vowel locations. There are front, central, and back. Number 1 until 8 is primary cardinal vowels. Number 9 until 18 is secondary cardinal vowels. There are 8 primary and 10 secondary cardinal vowels. Charlie Jones is the one who invented and developed vowel diacritics. Vowel diacritics will be explained in the next slide. Number 1, E. Number 2, E. 3, 4, A, 5, O, 6, O, 7, O, 8, U, 9, E, 10, A, 11, A, 12, R, 13, O, 14, 15, O, 16, 17, E, and 18, N. Vowel diacritics. A reasonably accurate specification of vowel quality can be symbolized by using diacritics attached to an appropriate cardinal vowel symbol. The three diacritics used are shown attached to cardinal vowel number 2, A, meaning centralized. That is closer to the center of the quadrilateral, but still not in the center triangle. A, with the raised voice, meaning closer, and A, with the lower voice, meaning more open. There are a number of vowel symbols in common use that do not represent cardinal qualities, but that have fairly well-defined positions on the quadrilateral. Commonly used vowel symbols and their cardinal vowel equivalents. First, the vowel symbols of E is equivalent with cardinal vowels of A with the raised voice. Second, the vowel symbols of A is equivalent with cardinal vowels of A with the lower voice. The third, the vowel symbols of U is equivalent with cardinal vowels of O with the raised voice. Most of the phonetic symbols conventionally used to represent the vowels of a particular language are also used as cardinal vowel symbols, but this does not of course mean that the vowels of that language have exactly cardinal qualities. For example, the vowel in Southern British cup is generally represented a and that symbol, for instance, in a pronouncing dictionary or textbook on English pronunciation. The symbol represents an open mid-back unrounded cardinal vowel, but the English vowel in question is actually a fairly open central unrounded vowel. In the same accent, the vowel of dress is usually represented a and that symbol, but is noticeably lower than the cardinal quality represented by the symbol. For certain applications, it is obviously more convenient to be able to use a simple vowel symbol without having to resort to diacritics.
And the last topic is varieties of English vowels. Remember that the difference between consonant and vowels is that consonant have some obstruction in the vocal tract is open and obstruction, which makes vowel sound quite sonorous, but even though the vocal tract is open for vowels, we still use our articulator to shape the vocal tract and create a variety of different vowel sounds. We can move the body of the tongue up and down in the mouth and move it closer to the back or the front of the mouth. We can also round our lips to make the vocal tract even larger. Look at the chart. We classify vowels according to front, central, back, high, mid, and low vowels. And the first classification, we have short vowels. Short vowels are only relatively short. Short vowels only occur in stressed monosyllables when these are consonant final. And the example of short vowels is in A or A we have had, and in E or A we have had, and in I or E we have hit, and in O or O we have hard and stop, and the last in U or U we have heard. And the second of classivity is long vowels. Long vowels, a vowel at the end of syllable is almost always long. For the example of long vowels is hate, heat, hide, home, and hug. And the third variation is high front vowels. High front vowels divided into two, the long monophthong and the short monophthong. The example of the long monophthong as in see, and the example of the short monophthong as in sit. The fourth variation is mid-front vowels. Mid-front vowels divided into two. The first is short mid-front and the second is long mid-front. The example of short mid-front in E or A as in bed. The example of long mid-front in A as in day. The next variation is low back vowels. Low back vowels also divided into two, long low back unrounded and short low back round. The example of long low back unrounded as in father, and the example of short low back round as in dog. And the next variation is mid back vowels. Mid back vowels also divided into two. The first is low mid back vowel and the second is high mid back vowel. The example of low mid back vowels as in cows, so pug, so door, and the example of high mid back vowels as in coat. And the next variation is high back vowels. High back vowels divided into two. They are high back vowel and low back vowel. The example of high back vowel in U as in shoe, and the example of low back vowel in ut as in put. The last variation is central vowels. Central vowels divided into three. The first is low mid unround back, the second is mid central unround, and the third is central vowel schwa. The example of low mid unround back as in cup, luck, and fuss, and the example of mid central unround as in nurse, fur, worse, and the example of central vowel schwa as in about, puma. So common as vowel in syllables that don't carry stress. Okay, that's all our presentation. We are sorry if we have made some mistake, and we hope you all enjoy, and this video can help you to study phonetic and phonology. Thank you.